Just sitting here with the forest this morning, and I was actually told I couldn't go into the woods today. So I'm gonna listen, because there's all these insects in the woods right now that I'm highly allergic to. Those actually, I don't know if you're here in southern Ontario, you'll have seen them. They're these white caterpillars. And they're spiky. Well, when they touch me, I just balloon up. So I have to stay out of the woods. And then there's this, what's the other thing I'm allergic to? I can't remember. Anyway, it makes my hands swell up like crazy. So they told me it's a bad day for it. So I haven't gone into the woods yet today. But I'm still in the woods. If you don't know, I'm a Smallbone. I'm a forest whisperer from Canada. The animals whisper to me, the plants whisper to me, and the trees whisper to me. And I work in the tradition of my ancestors. This morning, the idea of stoicism or inner peace or Zen came back into my awareness. And I kind of just wanted to talk about that a little bit, and why we struggle so much as a society to just sit still and be at peace in here, and why we're always seeking outside of ourselves. And I kind of playfully said to my community this week that I now understand what Gandhi was talking about, and I now understand what Mother Teresa was talking about, and I understand this idea of it's all taken care of, and it's all I wove that web. The web was laid out before I came here to Puss Lynch. It was laid out before, and I made that decision. I brought that into my awareness, and I invited a lot of these lessons and a lot of these kind of experiences that I've been going through the last, well, it feels like my entire life, but and it has been, because one of the things, I'm autistic, and I recently realized that I'm 48, and at 46 I realized I had autism, and that makes you rethink how your brain processes things. And it made me relax and really kind of come to this place of really I know nothing, which when you talk to the Zen masters, or you read about Zen Buddhism, or you read about the Bodhisattva, that's where you're trying to get, is this inner peace, right? This nothing can rustle your feathers. You either see it coming because you know it's predestined, and you see the pieces clicking together like I've been seeing in the last little while, or you're so centered and so understanding that everything is meant for your journey. Everything is meant for you to kind of arrive at this place of, yeah, I do get it. And when you hit that inner peace, it kind of is, it makes no sense that this inner peace is unsettling. But it kind of rocks your world a little bit, because I always had access to this. It was always here for me. And yeah, I've been working with my sacred medicines, and I've been going to therapy, and I've been eating healthy, and I've been working out, and I'm doing the things that my body needs. You know, I've been meditating, and I've been writing, and I've been talking and expressing. But there just came this moment where you just see the connections, and I know now that you can't arrive here without all those lessons. And I know I am not like I am not Buddha, I am not Gandhi, I am not Mother Teresa at all. I've got a long way to go. But when you can sit in this peace, and you can sit in this understanding that all of these things were put here so you could pick them up, and you could mull them over, and you could work through them, and you could experience them, and you could build the callus, and you could build the awareness. And then this like crazy softening happens. And that's kind of where I'm sitting at now. Like in my house, we kind of had this, it wasn't emotionally stressful 24 hours. There was nothing really going on. Like we had no big, you know, usually it's like, oh, hey, you've got to take care of a cat piss house, and all the responsibility is on you. That's usually, you know, the stuff that overwhelms us. But last night it was just kind of like the schedule was off, and everybody was grumpy and, you know, hangry, and nobody was really clicking. But there was this piece for me where I could be in it and be present, but I could also be aware that there was no need to like freak out or be angry or, you know, have an emotional response to it. Because if I have an emotional response to it and I put my energy into my family being grumpy, or I could put my energy into like, how can I make them less angry? So let's get them snacks. How can I make them more comfortable? Okay, the lumberjack needs to go and zone out and watch some shows because he's obviously stressed. And the kid needs a bath, and I'm gonna make dinner. And then I just pretty much boiled it down to like, you know, those survival, like the basics. Like, how can I just bring peace in this moment to my household? Instead of being like, why are you guys being such assholes, and quit being so moody, and da da da. Like, I could add to it. Or this line that I keep hearing my therapist say, or you could just be the caretaker that you were born to be, and you could take care of people. And she said to me that at one point, when my brain integrated, because that's what you do in EMDR, your brain, if you have trauma, your brain is logic and emotion, and you can't be in both of those at once. So you're either highly emotional or you're highly logical. And in the past 2 years, or past year that I've been doing EMDR, we've been working on slowly bringing my logical and emotional brain together So I can actually be in the moment, have a logical thinking, but feel my emotions and not get pulled out of my body. Well, that integration in my brain finally happens, and I'm able to deal with like pretty, well, not like yesterday wasn't like super stressful, but I'm able to deal with what I would have perceived at one point in my life as stressful. I now just go, oh, dude, they need some snacks. And so this stoicism, this like inner peace place, is really just your ability to stay grounded and in yourself when the environment around you is doing what it like whatever it can to pull you out of your inner peace. So then when you start to look at it like a game, because that's what my autistic brain wants to do, it wants to like play the game of, oh, this is stoicism. Okay, I get this. This is inner zen. So now try to pull me out of my place of peace. And it's fucking magic. It's fucking magic. Like I it's really magic to be in this place. And I'm so excited because I know the pieces that everybody needs, like the individual things, but you can literally bring your own dogma, you can bring your own energy, you can bring, I just love it. It's like, and truly, it's this making this connection with nature and just sitting with the pieces of nature that you're called to. And hey, if you're in, downtown Tokyo and you can barely see, well, no, I think you can see forests from Tokyo, like no matter where you are. Like you can literally just stare at trees and have the same connection that I have going into a forest. And you can stare at a picture of a tree and have the same connection as I do going into a forest. It's not about the actual forest, it's about the energy of it. And I think that's what everybody has been trying to say with all of these dogmas is like our inner peace is within us. Because when you realize you can find it anywhere, and I can connect back to that peace anywhere, because I am nature, and I am one with nature, no matter where I am on the planet, whether I'm in the city, or in the country, or in an apartment, or on a farm, or wherever you are, your connection with nature is within you. Because when you truly become a part of the ecosystem, then you are nature, and then you are peace. And then when you can connect with nature on a regular basis and create this reciprocity where you're giving your time and your energy or your financial, if you contribute to the, National Geographic Foundation or any of these places, you're in reciprocity with nature. We just decided to have some work done on some trees here, and we know that that's what's creating, or I know anyway, my family isn't always on board. They were last week. This week, not so much. They're tired. We're all tired. We're not sleeping so much. The full moon's coming, so I never sleep before the full moon. So this is your call. If you want to find this inner peace, then find nature within yourself. And if you can't find that nature within yourself, then start going and sitting with nature, because that is the easiest way to come in the flow, to become part of that energy that just feels so abundant and so limitless. And I know now that I am being guided and that there is a purpose to all of this craziness that was my life. And that if I can show other divergent thinkers, and you don't have to be autistic and you don't have to have ADHD, you just have to have a mind that maybe doesn't go down a straight line when it thinks. Oh, let's see if this plane's gonna cut out over Bieber's house like it did yesterday. I think it was around this time. We may be doing some protection work today. It's so interesting to me that they don't see that it's like incredibly transparent, and that everybody around here can watch them do this. It's funny because I learned yesterday that Bieber has drones around his property just for this, but it drives the neighbors crazy because, like, I understand both sides of it. It sucks that we have to sit here and watch this as people fly over his property trying to figure out if he's home. Because planes don't, like, I will tell you, I sit here every single day. Planes don't fly over his house. So somebody must have given a hint to somebody this week that he's home. I don't know if he's home. I mean, I'm just assuming. I will light some fires for my community today, and I will light fires for our ancestors today, and I will light fires for our family today, and I will light fires for you today. Go be wild, wildlings. Bye for now.